Hey, what's good guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm reacting to Joyner Lucas, I'm Not Racist. The video's been out for a while, but I think it's very important to bring it up again and talk about it in the situation that we are dealing with in the world right now. I have seen a lot of people react to this, and people take the entire message the wrong way, and it's quite upsetting to see Joyner put in so much effort, really build something so incredible and have a great voice and a good platform to spread, and people just taking it completely the wrong way. And this is me trying to take it in the way that I believe it is meant to be taken. And if I'm wrong, comment down below and let me know how you feel and the way it affects you, because I know this is coming from someone with white privilege, and that is no excuse for me to say things that are inappropriate, or anyone in the world to say things that are inappropriate. I do believe that people like me need to speak up more. Just as important for us to speak up as it is for black people to speak up, because once you see white people actually stepping forward and standing up for it, more people hopefully will realise the picture and realise how real this is. So let's get on with this video, and I'm going to try and be as real with you as possible, and hopefully people don't get offended by it, but this is just how I feel. This is how I feel the video is meant to be portrayed, and I'm just going to discuss it with you all. There'll be a lot of pausing through this, so please bear with me, but yeah, let's get on with the video.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming black.
Obviously, nobody white should ever say that, and I personally think nobody black should say it either. That word should not be spoken. If it is spoken, I think it's just disrespect in both manners. I know it's a way that people don't use it in offence, and some people think it's okay to say, but personally I think it's not okay to say in any format by anybody, personally.
Lives matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react and wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black. Well, pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking.
Can't say that. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Your family was around. People were affected, families were affected. Families are still affected by what happened 100 years ago.
Cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright. Look. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And now
there's a lot of white people I know don't claim their sons either. There's a lot of, everybody doesn't claim their son. All these people, and it's not due to colour, it's not due to race, not due to anything, it's just people in general. So many people. It's just a stereotype that the media has picked up that it's primarily black people that don't claim their son. That's not true. There's everyone in the world, there's people of all races that do that.
I mean, just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in a rut. And I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living on free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sell them for some weed and some liquor, or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road cause you...
That I understand. If you can't afford to be partying, if you can't afford to have certain luxuries, don't have them luxuries. Spend, pay the bills, keep the electric on, keep your house going. Don't outlive your means. That goes for everybody though.
Ain't got no fucking goals. You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you're proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs and get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. Fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. They fucked the world with it.
Oh, sorry. They have a right to blame Donald. Donald should be blamed for a lot of things. I'm not a fan at all. I just, like, he's went from Barack Obama, who I believe was an incredible president and revolutionary, to the Black Lives Matter as well, and to have a black person in authority of that height is incredible, I think, and to this day I will always say he was my favourite president to ever be in America. But then I don't know that many. Like he was the first one that I really locked onto, because it was, how long ago now, 10, 12 years since he was put into office, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I always liked him. He always was a gentleman, and now we have a president who is an absolute prick and doesn't have a clue about how to support a country. He's just there for greed and money and power. That's all he cares about.
Make America great, condom. My boy's been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black. I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black.
The most pointless argument a white person could ever make is just what he said. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. No.
My head's in the cloud. Heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist. And I never...
Nah, like, it actually, it is upsetting to listen to it. There are points he has said in the middle of it that definitely make sense, but he's saying it in such a negative and derogatory way. It's just coming across in a horrible, horrible light. And if he would sit down and not say it in such a straight and stern way and be understanding, then people will listen. But when you, it's like the riots at the minute and the protests. People doing violence over in LA and destroying shops. You're like spoiled little children. You don't get your way, so you start damaging things. Stop. Peaceful protest. And people say, oh, we did peaceful protest, no one listened. I don't care. There's no excuse to damage people's property. There's no excuse. And you're damaging people's property that can't afford to repair it. You're just destroying people's lives because you're a little kid and can't get the way you want, so you throw the bottle out of the pram, as the saying goes. You throw a tantrum because you don't get your own way. That's not the way that life works. Things don't work out in life, but you keep working on it, you keep working hard, and you finally, through persistence, you make people understand.
Lie, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, study the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my god! And all you care about is rapping and stunting.
Just, I will say, I don't know a lot about Tupac, but what I do know, yes, he was very open with the mistakes he had in his life. Steve Jobs wasn't. Einstein wasn't. People didn't notice the mistakes, and when they did, they swept it under the carpet. Oh, this man's a genius. People don't realize musicians also are geniuses. Just because someone created technology or created like an iPod, yes, that's an incredible thing to do, but they sweep all the bad stuff under the carpet, hide everything away, and then make this persona that they're a great person. I have so much more respect for someone that actually stands up for their mistakes and are able to be honest with their mistakes and say, yes, I did this wrong. Tupac did that.
And then being ratchet, and that's the nigga within you. Music rot in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you let your kids listen and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu, blame it on those drinks, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on white privileges, blame it on white kids, and just blame it on white citizens. Aim at the vice president. Bunch of class clowns. Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money? You gon' show us some respect, you gon' stand for this country, nigga. I'm not.
That's too far. Look, like I said, there's good points. There are people of every culture, every race that do what he's saying now. He's just picking one race and saying, yous all do this, which is very untrue. There is definitely a select number of them that do. There's a select number of white people that also do. And that's just the way the world goes. There's wasters in every race, every culture. There's people that just do very little with their lives and just live off benefits and live off certain things and sell drugs. That's just the way. That's it. As simple as that. That's it. You can't just discriminate on one race.
Racist. I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you want to be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass, you ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that gold out your mouth. Quit the pitiful stuff. And then maybe police and stop.
Put the suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Look, I don't know how I feel about that. Yes, like I said before, if you can't afford all these things, like the chain or the gold teeth, don't have it. Pay your bills. Simple as that. But some people look just to suit it. MGK has gold teeth. I think they look dope. A lot of rappers have gold teeth. It's kind of the stereotype thing. And let me get into rap for a second. Rap nowadays is whack. Everyone's doing rap about drugs. And I feel like rap is turning into this thing that makes drugs and makes money and makes having girls and being just a really unsupportive human being and just caring about yourself, and I'll do all these things because I can. I don't want to have any responsibilities, and that's the rap industry. So I like how Joyner is like going away from that, and I have a song coming out, probably it'll be out in about a month or 2 months, and it's very real, and I believe the way rap should be shown and should be portrayed instead of in this in a format that is drugs, money, girls, which I despise. But that's just another segue. Let's get back into it.
Killing you fuck, so what the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into 2 floors. I'm not racist. But there's 2 sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours. I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear. With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word.
Like people have said, of course all lives matter. It's just right now black lives are the ones that are being attacked, so they're the ones we need to focus on.
Nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you.
Again, yes, I agree. Nobody should say that word. Nobody. And I know it comes disrespectful from white people, definitely, but honestly, it's used to discriminate. It's used to just not to keep people below par than others, and I think it's horrible. But black people shouldn't say it either. White people shouldn't say it. Simple as that.
You can say it just 'cause you got nigga friends, nigga. That word was originated for you to keep us under. And when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave. That shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga.
Don't tear his hat off. Don't start violence. Don't start that. And later on he flips the table as well. But like I said, I didn't say this previously, but the other guy, he was hitting the table and stuff and showing anger and showing that. It never solves anything. Sit down, talk about it. I like the discussion, but everything's getting a little bit too heated. Try and bring it down, because violence doesn't solve anything.
I'm sorry, you can never fill my life. Tryna have faith, but I never feel alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Tryna find a job and ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no.
I haven't got a call back yet. He's trying to get a job and then he has to sell drugs. Look, that's a very difficult place to be. If you have kids and a wife and you can't afford to put food on the table, and the only way you can get money to keep your family alive, there's a lot of us out here would do it just to keep food on the table. I understand, in a way I definitely understand that.
You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Try to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit, this the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people, that's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken or no barbecue. You don't know about the 2-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know. And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama, I know that's a fact. You couldn't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and that was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I know.
He just said, he said the C word as well, which I disagree with. Both them words shouldn't be said. Simple. Like, it's to keep people under. It's to keep people under. But yeah, I know in this, he's just trying to portray a certain character in a certain way, so I understand it. But in life, it shouldn't be said. Just shouldn't be.
There's a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praise Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died. Nigga, die, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker within you. Hatred all in your brain and slowly start to convince you. Then you teach it to your children until the cycle continue. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on...
There's people I spoke to about this, spoke to about racism, and they always bring up the bad side and the people that have done stuff wrong, like O.J. Simpson, and there's so many artists and different things, and they don't, the names just slip my mind. It's a show on Netflix as well, and I can't even remember his name, but all the horrible things that these people have done, yes, of course, but think about Ted Bundy, think about all the white people that have done horrible things. You forget to bring that stuff up. Just putting that out there.
Black citizens aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I might be any day now. Treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now. And now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Cause even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops. And I know if you about to die or not. You worry.
Something I saw recently, and it said, what happens when you get pulled over by the police? So I was pulled over once, whenever I was 18, had my license a few months. I was driving far too fast. Cops pulled me over, and all I thought was, oh dear, I'll else lose my license, I'll get a fine, or I'll get points on my license. And the cops were fine. They were cool. They just said, yo, slow down, look, we know you're new, but you shouldn't be driving that fast, and they let me go. They just slap on the wrist. But not once did I think, maybe he'll pull out a gun and aim it at me. Maybe he'll get me out of the car, maybe he'll tease me, maybe I'll die. That didn't cross my mind, but that does cross a lot of people's minds, in America especially. Like, it's kind of crazy to me that is actually something that people have to fear. That a cop's just gonna lose it and just shoot someone. Like, the fact that that's even an issue and something that has to be spoken about brings chills down my spine and gives me goosebumps to even think about it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, I have another thing to talk about at the end of the video as well, about getting pulled over in America when I was in America, but I'll finish this video first.
About your life, so you take mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade shoes, or we could change lives, so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building, but split into both sides. I'm not racist, but there's two sides to every story, and now you know mine. Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding. Agree to disagree, we can have an understanding. I'm not racist.
Very powerful and a very good video, and good points on both sides. Also, just realness the whole way through it. So, like I said, I wanted to bring something up. So when I was in LA, there was a friend of mine. She was driving on the motorway, and the car broke down. Our car broke down, and I think her license had just expired a couple of days or something. And she just realised it, and she was like, "Yo, if the police come now to like get rid of us, she's in trouble." And she like, I don't know, maybe kicked out of the country with visas and all this here. So I was like, "Yo, okay, right, I'll get in the driver's seat." So I hopped in the driver's seat, and this girl was a brown girl, one of my best friends, and the cop came up, looked in, saw me driving in the driver's seat, didn't even speak to me, just said to the guy that was in the tow truck, he said, "Yeah, take them off the side of the road." Took them off the side of the road, and the cop car drove along behind with a few people in the car, because there was 4 of us in the car altogether, and took us to the side of the road, didn't say boo, didn't even ask me for a license, didn't ask for insurance, asked for nothing, and just walked off. Now, maybe this cop was super chill and just didn't really care, or maybe because he saw, oh, it's a white guy in the front seat. You don't know. Like, I often wonder, if she had still been in the driver's seat, would it have been handled the exact same way? But you just don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know. But this is a point I want to bring up and just say, look, it's kind of crazy to me. But when in them situations, I'm always very calm and like I don't have an issue with it. I don't get nervous. I just talk away as if they're my best friend. So maybe that helped. But I don't know. To me, it was kind of. I would like to have seen what would have happened if it had been the other way around. But yeah, like I said, this is a very real subject, something that needs to be spoken about. People need to stand up, white people as well as black people. It's not enough to just not be racist. You have to stand up and talk about it and share and support people. And this is the way I'm supporting by putting this video out. There's obviously protests you can do, but with the virus on at the minute, I do not feel like it's totally sensible. But I can't say anything because there's people going to the beaches and lying on the beach all day, and then they're the ones sitting online saying you shouldn't be protesting because of the coronavirus, but then they go to the beach with their family and sit with 1,000 people on a beach. There's so much going on now, there's so many crazy things happening, and to me it's just people need to realise that equality is the most important thing right now, and safety is the most important thing right now. There's so many wrong sides and wrong things that are happening, whether it's violence, whether it's just like hitting people and beating people up and almost killing people. Like it brings the thuggery to a new light, and people, it's not helping by damaging property and hitting people and hurting people. It's not. Just peaceful. Please be peaceful. Please protest peacefully if you're going to do it. And people will listen. It might take a little bit of time. People will listen. But once you start throwing a tantrum and damaging things, that's when I wouldn't listen. If someone was coming to my house or holding up a sign for me, I don't know, just an example, and they were saying something, I would look, oh, okay, what are they saying? But if they start smashing my windows, am I going to listen to them? No, no chance. No chance. I'm just going to think worse of them and go against them even harder. So peaceful protest, that's all I ask. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Comment down below if you think I was wrong in any of this. Comment down below, let me know. I am open to change. I want to improve my knowledge of all this. I did not take sides here. This was me in a very neutral position. I don't want anyone thinking that I am in one side more than the other. I'm not. Equality is the most important to me. Coming up in Northern Ireland, in a country where racism kind of definitely does exist, and where I was brought up in a culture that didn't really care too much about equality. I had to grow and I had to learn and I had to teach it to myself, and a massive help for me was when I moved to America. I was able to see it firsthand and see how real it really was. But we have to hold everybody accountable. Hold your families accountable, hold your friends accountable, hold people accountable for being racist, hold people accountable, and myself, younger me, definitely was at certain points in inappropriate situations and saying inappropriate things and saying things I shouldn't have said. So I own up to that. Now I've learned and I've moved forward and I've changed, and this is the most important thing. If you can get people to realize their mistakes and move forward and get around it and be like, okay, now I see it, I understand it, let's move forward. I can forgive people for doing things wrong and saying things wrong as long as they learn from it. And I think that's a very important thing that the world needs to realize. You can learn from mistakes. That's how life is. You make mistakes, you learn from them. I've made many mistakes in my life, I've learned from them all. If you make the mistakes over and over again, that's not learning from them, that's just you not caring. But anyway, guys, that's the video over. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Comment down below other videos you want me to react to, and also hit the bell notification so you understand every single time I upload, because I do upload quite often, 5 to 7 times a week usually. I might have to cut down a little bit because there are a lot of music videos I'm editing and it's taking a lot of my time, and I'm also got job interviews and things coming up, so I probably will be off the map a little bit for the next few days. But again, like I said, I appreciate you all. Please share this video. I think it's important for people to see my point of view and me standing up for Black Lives Matter, and understand that it's a real thing and needs to be spoken about. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!